Hey everybody, this week I decided we're going to do the first and possibly last, depending on how much I enjoy it and how much you enjoy it, segment of Cool of the Week. That's what I decided to call it. Just cool stuff that happened this week or around this week that I'm excited about, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about it. It's going to be a bit of a meandering video, but you know what? Let's go. First off, New World got released last week, and it's, I bought it in spite of me saying in a video that I'm not going to be interested in it, and I've actually been having a lot more fun with it than I thought I would. It's just been a long time since I've been able to dive into an MMORPG, and I'm having quite a bit of fun with it, but it does have a lot of problems. For one, I worry about what the faction balance is going to look like in a couple of months, or maybe even a couple of weeks, because every MMORPG that has factions tends to have an imbalance one way or another, and I'm kind of worried about what's going to end up happening with the three factions that New World has. Is like one faction going to be dominant and then show their dominance and then chase everybody else off of the server? I hope not, because that means the game is going to die. But speaking of PvP, New World's PvP feels like it suffers from the same issues that many open world PvP servers or games do, and that's just level imbalance. I know what you guys might be saying. If you're playing an open world PvP game, you're gonna have to expect to get killed by somebody that's twice your level. But that's not fun, man. I mean, sure, it's realistic, but I mean, also what's realistic is dying and not coming back to life. But, I digress. So the way New World PvP works is you decide whether or not you want to flag for open world PvP while you're in town. You basically opt in, and then you go out and adventure, and you get a little bonus for doing that. And if you run into anybody in the wild who is flagged, who's on one of the opposing factions, you fight. I mean, if it's opt-in, pretty much anybody who sees a red name is going to fight, regardless of what the situation is or what the levels are. Because it's opt-in and you can only opt in while you're in town, you end up with these scenarios more often than not, at least in my anecdotal experience, where if you're flagged and somebody who is either twice your level or a party of 2 or 3 roll up on you and you're all alone, I mean, you might argue that you shouldn't flag for PvP all alone, but I want to fight people, man. But if they run up on you, you have no choice but to either run or die. You can try to fight, you can try to make their lives miserable, but usually I try to run and hope that I run into somebody else who happens to be flagged that's on my faction, and in most cases that is not the case. I end up running past like 6, 7, 20 people of my same faction, and I get no help because nobody is flagged. It's a really weird system. I'm not sure if I like it yet, but I do wish there was a way for it to be a little more balanced. Like, I don't know what I want. I don't know how to fix this without putting in like really terrible restrictions on the players. Because like a level 29 fighting a level 15, for example, it's not going to be a fair fight. A level 27 and a level 17 versus a level 17, again, it's not going to be a fair fight. 2 versus 1, that's not something that you're probably going to win. So, I don't know. I like PvP a lot, but in situations like that, it just feels frustrating. And I think maybe the intent is to just only flag for PvP if you're going to intend to run around as a group and cause trouble and take forts and instigate other enemies. Regardless, I'm having a good time. The combat's pretty enjoyable. I like leveling up my weapons. I like having a life staff and a rapier and then destroying things with them. I'm enjoying the way the life staff heals. I'm enjoying the bleed damage of the rapier and the burst damage that it can put out. I might switch to hammer. I don't know. But New World's pretty cool. New World's pretty cool. I'm having a good time with it. I don't know how long I'll keep playing, but for now, thumbs up. It's not as engaging as I would want. Everything that I said in my MMORPG video still holds. Like, you're running around, there's not a whole lot of danger. Sure, there's things that are higher level than you that can be a problem, but you just run away from them. I was running around at level 17, I think, killing level 22 monsters that should have been outside of my level range, but they weren't really a problem. There's not a lot of danger in the world other than other players if you're flagged, and it's a little disappointing in that aspect, but I'm curious to see what the rest of the game's going to be like. I'm only level 18 so far, so we'll see. We'll see. But I'm still holding out my hope for Pantheon. Next cool thing of the week, on October 5th, 2 things happen in the platform fighter genre. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate gets its final character update, its final new character for the entirety of the game. No more after this. We'll see if a new Smash Bros. Comes out after that, or if Ultimate's meant to be the last one. Who knows? Nintendo's not one to let a franchise die if it's making a lot of money, and Smash is making a lot of money, I think. I hope. Anyway, by the time this video comes out, the announcement will have been made. There's DJ's going to put the trailer in to show what the character is. Whoever the character is, I hope I'm excited for them. I hope it's not like another Fire Emblem character. I hope it's something wild and crazy and insane for the final character for the DLC. Something like Sora would be just ridiculous. We already got something insane like Steve, Minecraft Steve. We got Banjo-Kazooie. There was a lot of good stuff in these DLCs, even though some of them weren't as good. But, and this is funny, but on the same day, Nickelodeon Smash comes out. Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl comes out on October 5th, and I'm going to be, I'll probably be playing that game instead of Smash, even though I'm still playing Smash, trying to get my every character to Elite because I hate myself. I'll probably dive into Nintendo Smash and see how much I like it. I'm not too keen on it so far from all the footage I've seen. The movement tech and the fighting tech looks pretty sick. It looks like it can be a lot of fun, but the graphics are a little and the sound design especially is really, really bad. It's just like that's like the extent of the sound design. That's what it sounds like to me. Just a lot of There's no voice. It feels so amateur every time I watch some of the footage. Like just having a little bit of voice action probably would have gone a long way. But we'll see how it shakes out. I mean, it's cool to have a new platform fighter that, you know, is full of nostalgia and looks like it's actually going to be good, unlike that PlayStation one for the PS3. That one was pretty bad, dude. So yeah, we got those 2 big things coming for the platform fighter genre on the same day. And I'm pretty sure Nintendo saw that Nickelodeon Smash was coming out on October 5th and was like, oh, we gotta rush this out. We gotta get this presentation put together so we can get that pie. Get that pie. Nintendo doesn't talk like that, dude. Third cool thing of the week, Metroid Dread comes out on Friday, October 8th. Which should be the day after this video goes live. Oh man. Oh, Metroid Dread. I'm simultaneously looking forward to it, but also not holding my breath for it to be incredible. Everything I've seen so far seems to paint a picture of this being a really good Metroid experience. And I'm interested to see if that's going to hold up. I'm really not a fan of the 2.5D style. I really wish that they had dumped the money into some really good pixel artists and had them work on it. Has Nintendo made anything with pixel art in their main franchises since like the Game Boy Advance? I don't think so. Dang, dude. I hope that they realize one day that like that stuff's awesome and it's timeless. Like I kind of worry that Metroid Dread is going to look like garbage in a few years. Even though like some of the backgrounds and some of the scenery that I've seen so far in Metroid Dread does look pretty cool. Just the whole 2.5D style, just it doesn't have a whole lot of personality for me. I don't know. Maybe it'll grow on me. I don't know. We'll see. I'm hoping for a really good game. I'm hoping that it's going to be really fun. I'm hoping there's going to be some sequence breaks, some speed tech, some optional stuff, something new. Like when Super Metroid came out, the wall jump was an optional thing that you didn't need, and it was a little bit difficult to pull off. Nope, nothing ever taught it to you other than the Edecuns at the bottom of one of the pits in one of the optional areas. If you went down there, the only way to get out was to wall jump. But you could get through the whole game without going down there and without learning the wall jump. And the wall jump had a lot of really interesting applications. It's one of the reasons that Super Metroid is such a beloved game today. Not just the world map, but like the optional tech and all the sequence breaks that they intentionally put into the game. and it just made it so much cooler and so much more fun to explore. So I'm hoping we get some of that, but after seeing what the wall jump looked like in some of the pre-release footage, it looked exactly like the wall jump from Samus Returns, which, if you don't know, instead of having like a lot of control with your wall jump like in Super Metroid, where you could like jump off the wall and either go to another wall or like go to the same wall and just like endlessly scale the same wall, instead of having that, what would happen in Samus Returns is if you wall jump off a wall, you're just sent jettisoning off the wall in the opposite direction. You can't endlessly scale. You know, there's something to be said about like that shouldn't be possible, that defies physics. But what's important is that it's a fun mechanic. It's a really fun mechanic, and it's got like enough of a skill ceiling to be interesting and to be fun, like I said. So I'm hoping we get some interesting stuff like that. They've already confirmed that bomb jumps are in, which is pretty neat. So, you know, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But I do plan to make a video on that. I plan to like binge the crap out of that game whenever it comes out. I'm hoping to finish my Kingdom Hearts video before it comes out. I should probably get to work on that. I've got about 7 days. So yeah, we'll see how that shakes out. Really looking forward to spending some time with it, and I hope I can make a positive video out of it. I'm sure I will. I'm sure it'll be all right. Like at minimum, I'm sure it'll be good at minimum. I want great. I want like timeless classic. I want masterpiece. Like, you can't see how high I'm raising my hand, but I'm hoping for masterpiece. And speaking of masterpieces and speaking of videos, fourth cool thing of the week, you probably already saw it. If you're watching this channel, you probably already watch my main channel a lot, and you keep up with any new videos, but I did a collaboration, kind of a loose collaboration, with Leonard French. He agreed to help me with some questions on copyright and fan games, and I made a 45-minute long video in which I put the most research, like the most raw research and effort into a script than I ever have. And I dare say I'm extremely proud of it. I'm extremely proud of what I've made. Extremely grateful to Leonard for agreeing to help me out. I think it's a really good video. I think there's a lot of really good information in it, and it turned out a lot better than I ever could have hoped, to be honest. Most of the time when I'm working on a video, I get at least halfway through it, or even all the way through it, and I watch it through, and I'm like, oh man, nobody wants to see this. This is kind of boring. And that's just me being critical to myself. But like this time I finished it and I was like, yo, this is good. But unfortunately, you know, freaking YouTube doing its YouTube thing. I'm gonna flash my analytics for that video at the moment, like what it looks like at the moment. If you watched my previous video about my analytics and me talking about how the beginning of a video looks like, this is going to be the perfect example for you to see what it looks like. In case you don't know what you're looking at, this is the real-time analytics page for a specific video. You can see the real-time analytics for your whole channel or for specific videos. This is for that video I was just talking about. And on the left side, you can see the views that it gets per hour over the last 2 days. And on the right side, you can see that the views that it gets per minute over the last 60 minutes. Like, this is a really, really cool tool. But it also is a source of depression, because you can see this is exactly what I was explaining in that analytics video, where it spikes high with all the loyal viewers. And I mean, I'm pretty sure most of this is all loyal viewers of people who like are excited for a new video when I put out. Like, you guys are the best. What's not the best though is YouTube. It starts high and then just like it has this really sharp curve, and it's getting like just a couple dozen views per hour. And it, like, when it looks like this, I can't help but feel like it's just dead. And it's depressing when this happens for like any video. But for this one in particular, with like all of the information that I put into it and all of the things, the teaching that I'm trying to put out there, and as engaging as I try to make it, like this hurts especially much. There's still a chance for it to like bump up and then potentially pop off. But like I said with this Nintendo video, it's like this Nintendo video popped off in spite of YouTube trying to bury it and bury the channel. But here, with how niche this information is and how specialized and how kind of dry, let's be real, how kind of dry the content is. Like, we're talking about copyright law here. I can't really see it going too far. Like, it has pretty good watch time, pretty good average watch time. The thumbnail and title needs some work, but this was really, really hard. I don't know how to make this one clickbaity. sometimes, you know, making them enticing to click on is really difficult. I'm not sure how to change that. But the thing is, if YouTube's not showing it to people, then what's a better thumbnail gonna do? A better click-through rate? What's that gonna do if nobody even sees it in the first place? I know this was supposed to be a cool of the week video, and that's a kind of uncool of the week, but last cool thing of the week, when Nintendo had their Nintendo Direct and they announced the date for the last Smash Brothers character reveal, they also announced the Super Mario Brothers movie made by Illumination Entertainment. And what makes this one so... what makes this so interesting? It's just the cast, dude. Chris Pratt, Queen's Gambit Girl, Charlie Day, Jack Black. Like, it's hilarious. And the only reason I really wanted to bring it up is because of this one tweet. Gonna steal my face again for a second. Yo, watch this video.
It's me, a Mario. That's not the voice. You'll have to wait to hear the voice, but it's me, a Mario. That's not the voice.
It's a
You'll
me,
have to wait to hear the voice, but
a Mario.
It's me, a Mario. That's not the voice. You'll have to wait to hear the voice, but
he's such a troll, dude. Great. That's a great video. Love it. I love it. We're hoping for the movie to be good, but you know, I really doubt it's gonna be good. Illumination Entertainment doesn't really make good movies. They make competent movies. Not from a storytelling standpoint, but from like a technical standpoint. Illumination really doesn't make very good movies. Like, from a cinematic standpoint of view. Like, are they fun movies? You know, they can be. Do kids love them? Oh yeah. But for like us adults, us discerning consumers, no, I mean, it's probably going to be pretty bad. I'm gonna watch it anyway. You know I will. I know you will. So, yeah, that's cool things that happened this week or around this week. Hope you enjoyed it. There's a cat on my bed. Can you see him? Sherman! Sherman! Look at the camera. Don't yawn at me. He's a good cat. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you want to see more stuff like this. If you do, I'll keep my eye out for more cool stuff to talk about and share with you guys. If you could do me a favor and just look at how cool that like button is right below this video, and just, you know, just click on it. You can't not click on things that are cool. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Sherman! Hey, bud. What are you doing? Stop annoying me. I'm trying to take a nap.